Performance analysis is basically the capture of routines through video. We do that in a training environment by capturing video and allowing the gymnast to see that on a large screen after they finish that element or combination of elements. We can then break that down and provide more performance data around that to support any training adaptations or any coach discussions. So in trampolining, time of flight is really important as it forms part of the score. So in trampolining, their score is made up of difficulty, execution, time of flight, horizontal displacement, and that's all added together and that creates a total. So it's really important for us to monitor the time of flight. The time of flight is actually the time they spend in the air. So we take from takeoff of the bed to touchdown, and for every skill we can monitor the time that they spend in the air. So there are percentage gains that each individual athlete can make with each of their individual elements within a routine. We can monitor that long term and see where the performance gains may be. In terms of competition, we would capture all training and all competition routines. There's then the breakdown of those routines, so what did the routine comprise of, which is our code element, and actually where were the skills located, what was the composite of the routine. Then we can then look at the performance data and actually feed that in. The gymnast can then review that performance, and we can look at more technical and tactical developments of that routine. We've been monitoring and capturing video and time of flight for a long time here at Gymnastics, so our processes are very smooth. Our turnaround is quite quick, so the gymnasts come quite accustomed to performing a routine, coming over and me relaying that time of flight immediately. That's formed in a bigger performance profile where we monitor everything that they've ever done on programme, so we can actually see historically where their changes have been due to routine, change in composition or strength changes and gains that they've made. So they really use the video review as well as the performance data to inform that feedback. In terms of horizontal displacement, this is a new measure that's come in this cycle. Last cycle it was part of execution scores. This cycle it's actually a separate score. There are actually devices underneath the trampoline bed that look at the movement of the gymnast from the centre of the cross. So actually how much side to side or forward and back movement that they have on the trampoline, and that's then deductible. The device is also underneath the trampoline measure force, so we can actually look at the load that the gymnast is putting through the trampoline bed, the amount of force they're generating, and link that to what they're doing in the gym as well. So the biomechanical aspect of trampolining really is more looking at the breakdown of the movement, so why time of flight may be high is more of performance analysis, and then the detail around actually the technical execution of that during that flight and the forces that are exerted. The code of points that is the rule book, if you like, for gymnastics, we can break that down into a technical model, and that technical model we can actually look at the different phases of each individual skill and how that's executed, which then links to the deductions that the gymnasts are then being given by the judges. So we can look at the tightness of shape, the speed of rotation, the actual angles that they're achieving at certain phases throughout each of their skills. And based on looking at us and our competitors, we can establish what the best in the world really looks like, so informing our what it takes to win model in that fine detail. I think naturally they do go hand in hand. I think performance analysis often asks the fundamental questions around what's happened. So why is someone achieving in their sport and someone is potentially underachieving? Biomechanical analysis can provide a little bit more information on top of that. So if you took time of flight is quite a crude measure, the time spent in the air. Whereas the detail in terms of why are they spending more time in the air, is that because of their tightness of shape, is that because of their rotation, is it because of the forces, the biomechanical aspect provides more information. So add the two together and you've got quite a detailed recipe for success, but one that's working well in British Gymnastics.